Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a quick manga review. For the month of February, I only read 4 manga volumes, but that's quite a lot since in the past months I read 0. So the first volume I read was volume 5 of Otakoi by Fujita. Otakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku is about it's a romantic comedy about 4 office workers who are friends and secret otakus. They keep their hobbies secret from their other co-workers. Narumi, I guess she's our main character. Let me see if I can. Is she on here? So this is Narumi. She writes doujinshi, and Hirotaka, that's her boyfriend. He is a hardcore gamer. There's also Koyanagi. She crossplays, and Kawakura. He reads manga. Oh my god. Her name I cannot remember, but this is Haru. He is Hirotaka's little brother. So Narumi and Hirotaka are in a relationship, and Koyanagi and Kawakura are in another, and then these two are the other couple, which I guess is spoilers, but I think we all saw it coming, and it's on the cover, so you know how much of a spoiler is it really? Anyway, it's pretty much about Otakoi is pretty much about how they interact with each other at work and outside of work, and the ups and downs of their relationships and friendships, and it's quite lovely. I really love this manga. It's one of my favorite series ever. Something about it just puts me in a really good mood. All the characters are very likable, very lovable. The entire feel of the series is very sweet and peaceful and normal and I really appreciate that. Like I really love like action packed manga or horror manga, and you know, people overcoming like major adversity or killing monsters or you know, all that fun stuff. But sometimes I just want a story about normal life, like slice of life, I think it's called. I just love that. It's so much fun. For some reason this series is just perfect for me. I really love it. So I'm not really talking about volume 5 because it's volume 5 and the series ends with volume 6. So the major event in this particular volume could be a bit of a spoiler. Again, we all see it coming, but at the same time, it's nice to be slightly surprised. I don't know, it's very good. I love this series and I recommend it to everyone and anyone. So overall, 5 out of 5 for this volume and the entire series. Next, I read Primitive Boyfriend, volumes 1 through 3. It's a 3-volume series by Yoshineko Kitafuku. I hope I said that right. Primitive Boyfriend is about a high school girl, Kamigome, is that her name? Yeah, Kamigome, and she's pretty much disillusioned with all her male classmates. She's very popular with the boys, but they just don't impress her. They're too soft and pretty for her taste. She wants a rugged man in her life. So she gives up on love and decides to dedicate her life to her farm work because her family owns a rice farm. So the goddess of rice hears her plea for like a manly man, and the goddess sends her back in time to find her soulmate, but she sends her back 2.5 million years into the past, so like the prehistoric era. And yeah, hilarity ensues. It's a pretty good series. Well, it's an okay series. Not a whole lot happened, or maybe nothing too memorable, because as soon as I finished reading it, and I know I was having fun reading it, I finished it all in like I think a day. It was pretty fun, but as soon as I finished, I've forgotten what happened. I couldn't remember. I don't know. There's really not much I can say about this series without giving the story away either, since it's quite short. And then none of the side characters are really fully fledged, so it's difficult to form a strong opinion about any of them. And then there was one character, and they were sort of insinuating this weird thing between her and her teacher, her like male teacher. Thankfully, nothing happened, but they sort of hinted at it, and it was weird, and I didn't like that. I don't know. Whatever. It was no big deal, I guess. It was just an okay series. Overall, a 3 stars out of 5. Um, I'm struggling to think of what happened. Oh yeah. The two main characters. So his name is Gotti. I forget what's his. I forget if his like name is Australopithecus Gari or something like that. Something like that. So she just calls him Gotti, and her name is Kamigome. And oh god, they were fine. They were fine characters. Nothing wrong with them, but also nothing too standoutish about them. like I said, I finished reading it and I can't remember what happened. And also, there was like I'm not showing you the other covers because, again, spoilers, they kind of spoiled everything on the covers. So I don't know what they were thinking with that one, but fine. Again, it's a spoiler, but also it isn't because you see everything coming a million miles away. Like the main twist, you see it right away. You're like, oh yeah, okay, this is what's gonna happen. And yeah, you're right. But it's still enjoyable enough. Um, I don't know. It's just fine. It's a fine series. I do wish there had been more to the story as the premise is pretty interesting. I wish they could have explored this whole thing, prehistoric boyfriend thing, like actually a bit more, but the author just didn't really delve into anything too deep. There's not a whole lot of substance, but it's quick and it's fun. So I guess 3 out of 5 stars. I recommend it, but don't expect too much, I guess. Lower your expectations and you'll have fun. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about this one. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.